welcome back. It's Libby. I'm just having a quick sip of my drink. It's actually lemon water. So, and right, excuse me, I'm in my scruffs today. I'm in my, what I call my lockdown jumper. I bought this just before lockdown, and it was a big baggy jumper as it started off, and it's got bigger and bigger. Yeah, I just need to keep warm today because although the sun's out, it's a spring day, it's a little bit chilly. So what have I been doing? It's about 3 weeks since I came on YouTube, and I did a big shop at Sainsbury's, stocked up my cupboards. We're coming towards the end of the month and I'm kind of getting a little bit low on food. So I sat down last night with my book and I planned the last, I think it's 10 days. Yeah, 10 days because it's 22nd day, so 9 days of meal planning. So that it will just get me through the month, and then hopefully by April I can do another big shop. So what I'm doing this month, I'm doing it like a no spend month, and I'll total it all up at the end of the month just to let you know how I got on. It's been quite an expensive month. I had to have my MOT of my car, I had to buy wood for my wood burner. It's been a few more expenses that I didn't expect. I had to have the boiler sorted out because it was the the thermometer thing wasn't working properly on the boiler, something like that, the gauge, you know, the thingy gauge. So I had to get the plumber around, so that was an expense I didn't expect, as usual, but still saved quite a lot of money. I've been really good. I sat down and I did a financial review of my whole savings, investments and things, and I've done a little bit of jiggling around, and I've opened up a couple of investments, and yeah, I feel really good actually. When you sort your finances out, it's really good because it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel grounded, it makes you feel secure. And that's one thing I wanted to get with my money. I wanted to feel secure because, you know, money doesn't come easy, and especially through this lockdown, my income has literally, I've lost most of my income. So I'm having to be a little bit frugal and grow my own veg this year and cook my own food, which has been really good. So I think the last time I saw you, I'd done a Sainsbury's shop, I'd stocked up all my cupboards, and it has got a little bit low. So I'm eating out my cupboards. I've still got lots of veg left from a shop I did last week. I topped a few things up on Saturday, and I got a few bargains, I got a few yellow stickers, which was good. So here am I today. So what have I done today? I've been really busy. I did a lovely yoga this morning, and during the yoga practice I just got a few inspirations what I wanted to cook today. And I bought this book a long while ago. It was from The Works. I don't know if wherever you are in the world, if you have The Works, but basically this book was, I think it was a couple of quid. It's called Power Snacks. And I decided to make this recipe here. You probably can't see it very well. It's called courgette and walnut rolls. And I bought a big bag of courgettes, the yellow sticker, and it was something like 80p, reduced from 2 quid. So I made some courgette and walnut rolls. I've made them. I was going to show them, but I put them in the freezer. I made about 9, I think, so that will last me for lunch over the next 9 days. That's given me some bread. I've already made my sourdough anyway, so I've got plenty of bread. Then I made a big pot in here. I won't show you, but I made a big pot in here of mung bean stew, or mung bean curry. Now, I did a Kundalini yoga training in 2018, I think it was, so it's a few years now. And during the course, you eat a lot of vegan food, and we cook a lot of like really good cleansing food. And I thought, because it was coming up to spring, or we're in spring now because it's the 22nd of March, I thought I'll go on a little bit of a cleanse. So I got this book out. This is Yoga Pajamas, the Aquarian Teacher. This is level 1. And in this book, there's a recipe section of food to eat, to cleanse and to eat healthy. And it's called mung beans and rice with vegetables. Now, I soaked my mung beans last night. Well, they've actually been sprouting for the last couple of days. And you put 1/3 of a cup in the jar ready for sprouting. I'll show you the jar I use. So I bought one of these mason jars, and then it's a Kilner jar, and then I got one of these little lids on the top. You see, it's got like a mesh, and you can put sprouts in here, and you can sprout your beans, really nutritious. So I sprouted some beans, and I was like, oh, I don't really fancy them right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them in a curry. Now, I'd only got about, as I say, a quarter of a cup of mung beans when I originally sprouted them, and they were literally 3/4 of the cup. So I've made quite a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I started to put it in the pot and it got bigger and bigger, and you put the rice in because it's got rice in it, and then you put the vegetables in, and literally this pot, and it's a big, probably about a 3-litre pot, it's full nearly to the brim. It's probably a couple of inches below the brim, so I've got quite a lot. So I probably will freeze it, and that will last me through the month. And the other thing I did, I got out my lovely veg book. My kids bought me this. It's a River Cottage veg book with Hugh Fernley Whittenstall. He's a great guy, and he's not a vegan, he's not vegetarian, but he did this book to show that vegetables could be nutritious and enjoyable. This book is so inspirational. So I've been getting a few new recipes out of there. So that's one thing I've been doing today, catching up with myself. And then what I did, I got my seed tin. I'll show you my seed tin. I think you've seen my seed tin, which is a biscuit tin. And in here, this is full of seeds. So what I did, I went through my seeds and I kind of categorised them, because some of the seeds you can't plant till April, some you can plant in March. I didn't want to kind of miss the sowing season. So what I did, I made a little plan, and I put here, you know, the things I need to grow outside and the things that I can't grow until a bit later on, until March, April, May, and so on. Some things I can plant outside, some things I can plant inside. So I've been doing that today. I've been planting seeds and I've been sorting out my tin. So I've got all of my seeds here. And one thing that I did have given to me, I think I showed you on this on camera a while ago, was some peacock orchids. So they're in here, and I'm going to plant these. I've got 2 packs of these. I'm going to plant these out today, but look how beautiful they are. So I will plant them, and then when it comes to time when they start to flower, I can show you on camera. Okay, so what else have I done today? What I did do is this really crazy. I do some crazy things. I was setting myself some challenges, and because of this no spend, I thought, how am I going to work this? I've got such a lot of food in my cupboards that I need to get an inspiration of making something different with them. So what I did, I got an old basket, and this is the basket, look, and in here, whoa, nearly lost that one, is a multitude of things that need eating out of my cupboards, and I'll go through them. So I found some jackfruit. I found actually a can of jackfruit and a jar of jackfruit, okay? And these are kind of going towards the end of their life cycle. Chopped tomatoes, which I think has got probably a couple of months on. So chopped tomatoes, some black beans, some edamame spaghetti, which I bought from Aldi, and I put them in these little jars. I take these when I go camping. Some vegetable suet, a little bit of coconut oil left, tiny bit bag of sugar, some rice flour, tamarind, and some red Thai curry powder, and some Chinese 5-spice. So these are all kind of like, you know, they're at the end of their life. Now what we normally do when, you know, we go at the back of the cupboards, you find a bag of flour and you're like, I don't know, this has been there a bit long. What do I do with it? So I thought, no, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to use it. So I made some really delicious biscuits with this, and they were lovely. So I'm going to make some things out of that. So what I do every morning, I've got my plan for my dinner, but it will involve something out of this basket. And this basket has now been filled twice. I had another lot of stuff. I had a couple of jars of this. I bought this at the yoga show, I think. It's young jackfruit chunks, and if you marinate it and cook it, it goes a bit like pulled pork. It's delicious in rolls and things. So that's what I do. So that's there. So that's I have to go there at least once a day and take something out of there. So this will get used tomorrow, along with this, the black beans and the tomatoes. I don't know if there's anything else I can use in there. Yeah, I probably can use this to make some dumplings. Yeah, vegetable suet, make some dumplings. I can't make it with the rice flour, it will be disgusting. And I'm going to make like a stew. I possibly could use some of this spaghetti to make it. See, so you see how things can come together. So, you know, get in your fridge, get in your cupboard, get in your freezer, and just get out the bits that have been lying there for eons, probably half the time. I was watching a programme on YouTube, and it was a programme about people that hoard things. And there was a guy there on this programme, and he had like a whole, probably the size of my kitchen here, with shelves, and he got cans on him, and he called it his can museum. And the woman said, we're going to get rid of that first of all. And he was absolutely went crazy, because he said that food had cost him a lot of money. And some of the cans were like 20 years old. I don't think I'd eat it after that. I really don't. Anyway, before I go, I'm going to have some of my kombucha. And I thought I'd just show it you. This is the one I bottled and I flavoured it. This has got rose petals in. Now I've burped this because otherwise it would be a little bit springy. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to put it into, you see how it's fizzy? I'm going to put it into through a sieve. And I'm going to put it in this. I'm using plastic, remember, because kombucha doesn't like metal. So I've got a sieve there, just put that there. So I've got it in this jug, and I'm just going to pour it into, I always like to pour it into a wine glass. Just makes it a bit more fancy. Okay, so cheers everybody. Oh, that's lovely. That's got quite a bit of a bite to it. I like that. I'll tell you what would be nice in that, some fresh strawberries and raspberries, and probably a bit ice, because it came out of the cupboard, so it really needs to go in the fridge. So I shall probably put that back in there and refrigerate it. But cheers everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. I'm going to take a video of my outside my garden now. I'll probably have to do it on the phone because this tablet's a bit big to carry out into the garden, but I'll see. Anyway, have a lovely rest of your day. Cheers everybody. Have a lovely rest of your Monday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.